Hello students, welcome back to our next class of COA. So in the previous class, we have came across Booth's algorithm. This Booth's algorithms we have been used for multiplication. To perform the multiplication, we have used this Booth's algorithm. We have seen an example. I hope that you people have also taken self examples and you have done your Booth's algorithm. In the examination, there may be chances that he will give you some number and he will be asking you to perform the multiplication using the Booth's algorithm. So you need to do it in step by step process, and you need at the at each step you need to explain that what is the step you have done. Okay, so practice this one. Booth's algorithm is very important, and today's class is also one of the important question for your LAQs. Either he may be asking you Booth's multiplication or he may be asking you division algorithm. Okay, in division algorithms, today we will be going to discuss the division algorithms. When you go with the division algorithms, generally we do have two different types of division algorithms. One is nothing but your restoring the division algorithm, and the second one is nothing but your non-restoring the division algorithm. So let us start with our restoring of your division algorithm. So let us come with the division algorithm. When we go with the division algorithm, basically we do have two different types of division algorithms. One is nothing but your restoring division algorithm for unsigned numbers, and we do have a non-restoring division algorithm for the signed numbers and unsigned numbers. Okay, let us come with the division algorithm. A division algorithm provides a quotient and a remainder when we divide two numbers. As you people know that when you start dividing any two numbers, there is a chances of getting a there is compulsory you will be going to get a quotient, and sometimes there is a chance of getting a remainder. Okay, so they will be getting two answers. One will be a quotient and another is something which a remainder. So there are generally two types of algorithms are there. One is slow algorithm and other is nothing but your fast algorithm. When you go with the slow division algorithms are nothing but your restoring and non-restoring SRT, which is SRT algorithms, and under fast algorithms you have Newton, Raphson and Goldsmith. Okay, so these are nothing but your different types of division algorithms which are available. So out of all those algorithms, according to our syllabus, we will be going to consider only the restoring and non-restoring algorithm. Okay, so in today's class we will be going to perform the restoring algorithms for unsigned integers. This restoring term is due to the fact that the value of register A is restored after each iteration. So why we are saying it is a restoring algorithm is nothing but for each and every iteration, for each and every step, whenever I modify the single, each and every step, I am restoring my register A. I am restoring my register A. So that is why this particular algorithm is known as an restoring algorithm. Okay, let us get into the algorithm for this one. So here, if you are going to see here, I am having a two values. Okay, one is nothing but your M and other is nothing but your A. M and A are the two values where you will be going to store your divisor and dividend. Okay, these two has been given to a adder and subtractor, and this adder and subtractor will perform those operations, whether to perform addition or subtraction. Okay, later on the result will be there in the quotient Q and Q naught, Q of 0. And okay, and what we are doing, again we are restoring my A value to the previous value. Okay, so how this will be done, we'll see. Here a register Q contains the quotient and register A contains the remainder. Okay, always Q contains the quotient and A contains the remainder. Okay, here n bit dividend is loaded in Q. Okay, what we will be doing, the dividend is there, that you are going to load it in the Q, and the divisor is loaded in M, and the divisor you are going to load it in M. Okay, q will be loaded with dividend, and m will be loaded with the divisor. Okay, and at the last you'll be having a coefficient in the q, and in the register a you will be having the remainder. Okay, now let us see the algorithm. Value of the registers is initially kept to 0. Okay, all the register values initially we are going to keep it as 0, and this is the register whose value is restored during the iteration, due to which it is named as a restoring algorithm. Okay, let us see once you get into the algorithm. It's not visible, huh? Let us start with an algorithm, our algorithm. Okay, first let us start. In the starting step, what we are going to do is nothing but we are going to have the and dividend value, number of bits which are available in dividend, that you are going to store it in n, and in the accumulator a you are going to initialize it with 0. Later on you are going to have m, where you are going to store your divisor, and your q is nothing but your dividend. So totally 4 values you are going to initialize. In the n you are going to initialize the number of bits in the dividend. Okay, and in a you are going to initialize with 0, and m is nothing but your divisor, and q is nothing but your dividend. Okay, so after doing that one, what is the first thing you are doing? Irrespective of anything, first you are going to do the shift left operation from a to q. Okay, a and q register, only a and q register value we are shifting towards the left side. Next step is what we will be going to perform. A is equal to a minus m. So that is nothing but your accumulator a value. I am going to subtract. I am going to subtract with divisor. Okay. So the resultant will be stored in a. Now when we store in a, okay, we are going to see the most significant bit. Okay, that is nothing but your leftmost bit of your accumulator a register, MSB bit, whether it is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, the q of 0 should be equal to 1. Okay, when you do the shift left operation of a and q, the least significant bit in q is left empty. Okay, it should be embedded with 0, but we are not going to embed it with 0. We are going to write the value in our next step. In this step we are going to write the value in the q. Okay, so in the q of 0 we will be going to initialize with 1. If at all your MSB bit on accumulator is 0. If your MSB bit in accumulator is 1, then your q of 0 value is equal to 0, and your accumulator value will be restored. Okay, your a value will be restored with the previous value. Okay, next is what I need to decrement my count value, n equal to n minus 1. I need to check whether n is less than or equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, then I need to again perform shift left, arithmetic shift left between a and q. Again I need to do a is equal to a minus m. I need to check my MSB bit of my accumulator whether it is 0 or 1. If it is 0, then your q of 0 equal to 1. If it is 1, then q of 0 is equal to 0, and we will be going to restore my a value. Then decrement your n value, okay, and check whether if it is equal to 0 or 1. If it is not equal to 0, then again repeat the same steps. If it is equal to 0, then you are going to come with your coefficient will be present in the q register, and remainder will be there in the a register. So these are the various steps you are going to follow for doing the division operation, and that is nothing but your restoring division algorithm. Once again I am revising the steps of your restoring algorithm. First step, initialization. In initialization, n will be initialization with the number of bits in the dividend. Okay, A is nothing but it is initialized with 0 0 0, and M will be initialized with divisor, and Q will be initialized with the dividend. Okay, after initialization done, I am going to go with the looping steps. First one in the looping step is nothing but your shift left of A and Q. Okay, when you go shift left, the Q last LSB bit is there, that you should keep it as a dash. You should not write anything. Okay, that value will be filled after checking the MSB bit. Okay, after doing shift left, I need to do A is equal to A minus M. Okay, once we done A equal to M minus M, the MSB bit will be, the MSB bit of your accumulator should be 0 or 1. It will be 0 or 1. If it is 0 means a Q of 0 should be equal to 1. If it is 1 means the Q of 0 should be equal to 0. Okay, it is reverse. If MSB bit of A is 0 means LSB bit of your Q should be equal to 1. If MSB bit of your A is 1, then LSB bit of your Q should be equal to 0. Okay, but when MSB bit is 1, you should restore your accumulator content. That is, one more step should be added in your when A is equal to 0. MSB bit of your A. Then I need to decrement my count, check my count value is equal to 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, again repeat these steps once again. After doing that, when n is equal to 0, we are done with our division operation, and the quotient will be there in the Q register, and remainder is there in the A register. Is it clear? So let us go with once again steps. First, the registers are initialized with the corresponding values. Q equal to dividend, M is equal to divisor, A is equal to 0, and N is equal to the number of bits in the dividend. In step number 2, the contents of A and Q are shifted towards the left side by a single unit. Only it is a 1-bit shift operation. In the step number 3, the contents of your register M is subtracted from A, and the result is stored in the A. That is, A is equal to A minus M we have done. The next step number 4 is nothing but the most significant bit of A is checked whether it is equal to 0 or not. If it is equal to 0, LSB bit of your Q should be set to 1. If it is equal to 1, then LSB bit of your Q should be set to 0, and the value of the register A should be restored. That is, the value of A before to the subtraction with M, whatever the value is there, that will be restored. In the step number 5, the counter will be decremented by 1, and in the step number 6, whether N is equal to 0 or not, we are going to check. Okay, if it is not equal to 0, we are going to jump to the step number 2. Okay, next, finally, after if N is equal to 0, then finally we are going to see our results in our Q and A register, where Q contains the quotient and A contains the remainder. Okay, let us take one small example. You can able to understand this one. Perform the division restoring algorithm between the 11 and 3. So I need the dividend is 11 and the divisor is 3. So what we need to do? I will be going to see, and first step is what? Initialization. Initialization means small n should be equal to how many bits? I am going to represent in terms of 4 bits. Why? Because 11 will become, I can write my number 11 by using 4 bits only. Okay, minimum of 4 bits. Okay, and for your divisor should be 3. So what M should be, capital M should be loaded with your divisor. So the divisor value is what? 0 0 1 1, and A should be loaded with 0, and Q should be loaded with what? Dividend. What is my dividend? 11. 11 value is in the binary is 1 0 1 1. Once the installation is done, what I need to do? I need to do the shift left operation of A and Q. A and Q values, I need to shift it. When we shift A and Q value towards the left side, what happens? The last corner LSB of your q value will be left empty, and all the bits will be shifted towards the left side. MSB bit of your q value will be coming to the accumulator. Now what I need to do, I need to perform A is equal to A minus M. When I perform A equal to A minus M, as I don't have A value is less 0 0 0 1, so I will take a borrow from 1. So the value, if I am going to do the subtraction, the value will become as 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 0, and your q value will become as 0 1 1 dash. So what I need to do, I need to get the value of q of naught, that is LSB your bit of your q. So I need to check what in the next step I am going to check my MSB bit of my A. MSB bit of my A is what? 1. Okay, when the MSB bit of my A is 1, so what happens to my q naught value? Q naught value will become 0. Okay, and whenever the MSB bit is 1, q naught value will become 0, and we are going to restore my accumulator value. So what, before doing the subtraction, what is my accumulator value? It is 0 0 1. So that will be restored. Okay, once that is done, what I need to do, I need to decrement my count value. Whether next I need to check whether count is equal to 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, I need to again perform the shift left of your A and Q. Now if you perform A and Q shift left operation, what happens? All the bits will be shifted towards the left, and LSB bit of your Q naught will be again left empty. Now we need to do again A is equal to A minus M. I need to perform. Once we does A equal to A minus M, I need to check my A value. MSB bit of A is equal to 1 or not. Okay, if you see here, LSB bit MSB bit of my A is 1. So what I need to do, Q naught value will be restored with a 0. Okay, Q naught value will become 0, and we are going to restore my A value with the previous value. Okay, so before that one, what is the previous value? It is A value, accumulator value is what? 0 0 0 1 0. That will be restored. Next, n value will be decremented by 1, so n value will become 2. Okay, once the n value becomes 2, I need to do the shift left operation. Okay, once we have done the shift left operation, we will be getting this one. Next we need to go with the A equal to A minus M. Once we have done with A equal to A minus M, I need to again check my MSB bit of my A value. If you see my MSB bit of my A value, again it will be that is value is 0. So 0 means I need to restore my Q naught value equal to 1, and I need to do I should not do I should not restore my A value. Okay, next count value will be again decremented by 1. Again shift left operation. Again you need to perform A is equal to A minus M. Once we are done that one, check the MSB bit of my A. It is 0. So your Q naught value will become as 1. Okay, now decrement your n value. Your n value will become as 0. So when n is equal to 0, then my results are there in my values called A and Q. Okay, so what happens? So here your Q is going to hold the quotient, and your A is going to hold the remainder. So when we divide 11 by when we divide 11 by 3, so what happens? 11 by 3 means 3 3s are 9. Okay, so remainder will be 2 and the quotient will be 3. Did we get the quotient as 3? Yes, we got it the value as 3, 0 0 1 1. Whereas remainder, what does the remainder we have got it? 2. So according to 11 by 3 is nothing but your 2. So this is nothing but your restoring division algorithm. Take 1 or 2 examples and perform it. You will be able to understand it very well. Coming to our next algorithm, which is nothing but a non-restoring division algorithm for a unsigned integer. Okay, in the previous we have seen the restoring algorithm and we have learned how the restoring division is performed. Now let us perform the non-restoring division algorithm. It is less complex than the restoring one. Why? Because we are not going to restore my accumulator value, so it is less complex. One, as it is a less complex restoring one, because it is having a simpler operations are involved, that is simple addition and subtraction. Also now restoring step is performed. Okay, in the method relate on the sign bit of your register which is initially contains a 0 named as a. Okay, here in the initially we are going to have a sign bit as 0 only. Let us get into the algorithm. We can able to understand that what is the difference between the restoring and storing algorithm. Coming to the non-restoring algorithm, as we have done in the restoring algorithm, the first step will be a initialization. What is the first step? Initialization. In the initialization, what we have done, we have initialized 4 values. One is count value in the n, and a value will be a accumulator register will be loaded with 0 0 0, and m will be loaded with divisor, and q will be loaded with dividend. Next we are going to go with a direct checking of my sign bit. Sign bit is nothing but a MSB bit of my A register. What is my MSB bit of A register? If it is 0 means I need to perform the shift left of A and Q, and I need to do A is equal to A minus M. Okay. Next I will be going, if it is 1 means same shift left of A and Q, but here I need to do A is equal to A plus M. Okay, now once we have done it, again we need to check my sign bit whether it is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, then your q naught value will be loaded with 1. If it is equal to 1, your q of 0 value will be loaded with 0. That's it. So what we are not going to restore my a value over here. Okay, next we are going to decrement my count value. If the count value, again I am going to check whether count is equal to 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, then again I will be checking my sign bit of my a whether it is 0 or 1. If it is 0 means a equal to a shift left, then a equal to a minus m. If it is 1 means shift left and a is equal to a plus m. Then again I need to check my sign bit if it is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, your q naught value will be loaded with 1. 0 means 1, 1 means 0. Okay, it is inverted form. Okay, and count will be equal to count will be decremented by 1, and will check my n value. If it is n is equal to 0, then what I need to do, there is one more step is available here. When after count is equal to 0, and again I need to check my sign bit of my a register whether it is equal to 0 or 1. If your sign bit is equal to 0, then absolutely fine, your coefficient and remainder are there in the q and a register. If at all my sign bit is of my a is equal to 1, then I need to perform again a is equal to a plus m. So I need to perform a is equal to a plus m. Then the result will be there in my q and a, and later on stop operation. So once again let us go with our algorithm once again. First step is initialization. In the initialization, n is loaded with your count of number of bits in the dividend, and your a will be loaded with 0. Okay, and m will be loaded with your divisor, and q will be loaded with your dividend. After doing that one, I need to check my sign bit of my a whether my sign bit of my a is equal to 0 or 1. If it is equal to 0, I need to perform the shift left of your a and q value. Okay, and I need to do a is equal to a minus m. If it is equal to 1, then I need to do the shift left of a and q, but I need to perform a is equal to a plus m. In both the cases, we need to do the shift left operation only. Next, I need to again check my sign bit whether it is equal to 1 or 0. If it is equal to 0, then q naught value will be loaded with 1. If it is equal to 1, your q naught value will be loaded with 0. Again count will be decremented, and this complete process will be repeated again and again. If the count is equal to 0, at the last also we need to check my sign bit of my A. If the sign bit of A is equal to 0, then the results are there in Q and A register. If the sign bit is equal to 1, then the result will further, before going to get the result, we need to do A is equal to A plus M. Then my result is there in my Q and A register. Okay, so this is nothing but your algorithm of non-restoring division algorithm. So let us see the same algorithm in terms of statements. First, the registers are initialized with the corresponding values of Q, M, and A and N values. Q should be equal to dividend, M should be equal to divisor, A should be equal to the 0 value, and N should be the number of bits in the dividend. Okay, first after initializing, what is my first step? I need to check the sign bit of my register A. Check the sign bit of my register A. If it is equal to 1, then I need to do the shift left operation. I need to perform A is equal to A plus M. If it is 0, okay, your sign bit of your A register is 0, then I need to perform shift left operation of A and Q value. Okay, and I need to do A is equal to A minus M. That means that add 2's complement of M to A value and store it in A. Okay, once that is done, again you need to check my sign bit of my register A. Again, if the sign bit of my register A is equal to 1, then your Q0 value becomes 0. If it is equal to 0, then your Q0 value will become as 1. Okay, so this is nothing but your Q0 value. We are going to write it. If sign bit is equal to 1, your Q0 value will become 0. Otherwise, your Q0 value will become 1. That is nothing but your Q0 value is nothing but your least significant bit. Least significant bit. What is step number 6? I need to decrement my count value. Check the count value is equal to 0 or not. If it is not equal to 0, again I need to go to step number 2. Step number 2 is checking the sign bit of A. Sign bit of A, if it is 0 or 1. If it is 0 means you should do shift left of A and Q, and you need to do A equal to A minus M. If it is 1 means shift left, and you are going to do A is equal to A plus M. Okay, so on you are going to repeat it. If the count value is equal to 0, what I need to do? Again at the last, I need to again check my sign bit of my A. If it is equal to 1, then I need to perform A is equal to A plus M. And the results is there in the Q register. Q contains your quotient and A contains a remainder. Let us see one perform the non-restoring division. Okay, let us divide with dividend M and divisor 3. Okay, what will be my count value? Count value is nothing but 4-bit representation, so it is nothing but your 4. And M value is nothing but your loaded with the divisor, which is 3 0 0 0 1 1. And your A value is what? 0 0 0. Okay, as we are going to perform A plus M and A minus M also, for that one I have done, or we have already done minus M value. Minus M value is nothing but your 2's complement form of your M value. Okay, what is my M value is nothing but your divisor. What is my divisor value? 0 0 1 1. So I need to perform 2's complement, means what it becomes? 1 1 1 0 1. Okay, so once we are done with my initialization, what I need to do? I need to check my sign bit of my A. What is the sign bit of A? Sign bit of A is what? 0. 0 means I need to perform shift left of A and Q, and I need to perform A is equal to A minus M. So we have got the result. Okay, once that is done, again we need to see the sign bit of my A. If it is 1 means your Q0 value will be loaded with 0, and the count value will be decremented to 3. Okay, once that is done, again I need to check my sign bit if it is 1 or 0. If it is 1 means shift left operation and A is equal to A plus M. Okay, once that is done, again I need to check my sign bit if it is 1 or 0. If it is 1 means your Q naught value will be loaded with 0 and the count will be decremented by 1. Okay, once the count is decremented by 1, again I need to check my sign bit. The sign bit is 1 or 0. 1 means again I need to perform the shift left operation. I need to do A equal to A plus M. Okay, and again I need to check my sign bit if it is 0 or 1. If you see here it is the 0 means what happens to my Q naught value? Your Q naught value will become as 1 and the count will be decremented by 1. You need to again perform the shift left operation. Check my sign bit of your A value. Sign bit value is what? 0 means shift left A equal to A minus M I need to perform. Once that is done, okay, again I need to check my sign bit whether it is 0 or 1. If it is 0 means Q naught value becomes 1. Once that is done, count will be equal to 0. When the count is equal to 0, I need to stop my I need to come out of the loop. Once we have come out of the loop, I need to again check my MSB bit of my sign bit of my A value. If the sign bit of A value is 0 means the result is there in Q, and Q register contains the quotient and A register contains the remainder. Okay, quotient and remainder. Okay, if at all that is nothing but if at all your sign bit is 1, then I need to perform one more step, that is nothing but your A is equal to A plus M. Then we get my quotient as 3 and remainder as 2. Okay, now what is the quotient we have got it? The Q register value is what? 0011. 0011 is nothing but your 3. What is my remainder? Remainder is there in the A register and the value is what? 0010, means it is 2 value. So if I divide 11 by 3, I will be getting a 3 and 2. Okay, so this is nothing but your non-restoring algorithm. If you are having any doubts in restoring and non-restoring algorithm, please do contact me. I will be explaining you again. Okay, thank you for today's session. By today's class, we have ended with our unit 1. We will be starting with our second unit in the next class. In the first unit only, we will be going to have the problems based on the algorithms. Okay, in the second unit, from the second unit, we will be going to study the internal structure and architecture of your CPU. Okay, thanks a lot.